Stability is the foundation of trust. But what does it mean to be a stable presence in a child's life? In general, stability is about being consistently present and emotionally reliable. Now, it's important to talk about this one trusted adult and that stability, because it doesn't mean that you have to be there all day, every day, at all times. As a matter of fact, that trusted adult can be any adult in a child's life who embodies these five qualities. And that stability means a child knows they can count on you to show up. It's not necessarily about how often you're there, but whether you follow through when you say you will be there. I have not taken a sick day from therapy in quite a long time. It has been a long, long time since I've taken a sick day. Now, that doesn't mean I don't take vacation time, but that vacation time is planned. I give my clients, my children, a heads up that I'm not going to be there. And the same can be true whether you are a teacher or a minister or a coach or a parent, or maybe you're sharing joint custody with a partner or a former partner. It's not about you being there at all times every single day. It's about if you will follow through when you say you're going to be there. That's what it means to be a stable adult. That's what it means to offer stability. That's what it is to embody that quality. And it also comes down to emotional reliability. That emotional reliability or emotional stability means being a steady, calming presence even during tough times. That means when your child is throwing a tantrum, or when your child may say disrespectful things, or when your child is doing things that you disagree with, that you are still there. You don't just leave them alone. You don't just walk out on their life just because they may be doing something disruptive. You are going to consistently be there even during the tough times. And it's not even about trying to fix those tough times. If your child is experiencing a difficult emotion, that stability doesn't mean that by you being this calming presence, you stop them from feeling sad or scared or angry. It's not about fixing those things, but it is about consistently offering a safe space for the child to be able to process those things. That's what that stability means. And as I'm saying that, what are you thinking? Are you thinking that you embody that quality? Do you show up when you say you're going to show up? I cannot tell you how many children end up in my office and they say, yeah, Dad said he was coming to my game, or Dad said he was coming to my party, but he just didn't show up. And he didn't call to tell me he wasn't coming. He just wasn't there. And then he tried to see me next time and he just pretended like everything was just fine. Or how many kids have come into my office and they tell me that they aren't allowed to tell their parent that they're feeling angry, or that when they say they're feeling sad or scared, they are made fun of for those things. That is the opposite of what this stability means. Are you a stable adult for your child or for the children in your life? Do they know that they can count on you to be there when you say you're going to be there? And do they know that it's okay for them to feel however they feel with you, and that whether or not you agree or disagree, you will be there for them as a safe person and a safe space for them to be able to process those things? It's also not about financial stability or material stability. This doesn't mean that you are always showing up with a gift every single time you see the child. It doesn't mean that you are able to just pay for everything. It just means you're there. And I can't emphasize this enough. It hurts a child if you say you're going to be there and then you're not there. It hurts them. If that has been a pattern you've fallen into, I challenge you right now, right here today, to change that pattern. Maybe you have to just back out of a commitment. Maybe you just say, you know what, I can't teach this class once a week or whatever because I'm not able to be stable. I'm not able to be consistent. Or maybe it's time for you to seek out help of how you can consistently show up for your child. Maybe you are sharing custody and maybe it's tough for you to see your former partner or whatever, but I want you to know that child is counting on you. Can you be a stable adult for them? And it's not about perfection, but it is about consistency. It's showing up consistently over time. And there's some ways that you can do this practically. I've talked about a few of them. First and foremost, keep your commitments, whether it's attending their game or whether it's showing up for weekly visits or whether it being the one who is going to be there, let's say on a Sunday morning at church, that you are there. And if those plans change, if the plans are going to change, you communicate that clearly and early. You don't wait for the last minute. You don't wait for the thing to come up and for them to have been waiting for you for 20 minutes and now you call to say you're not going to make it. It's not any of that. It's not about that perfection, but if things are going to change, you need to communicate that clearly to the child or to the children in your life. And the other thing is to be emotionally available. Again, it's not about having all the right answers and working to fix emotions. Emotions are not things to be fixed, but being emotionally available, which means listening to their story without judgment. Many times kids are just wanting to talk to us and they are not seeking our advice and they're not wanting to know what they should have done or how they should be feeling. They just want to share their side of the story. Will you listen to their side of the story when it's time for them to talk? And will you validate those feelings? Even if you don't agree with them, will you validate them and talk with them about how you can definitely see how it is that they are feeling the way that they are feeling? Are you someone who shows up consistently? Do you follow through? And are you available when you're there? That's what stability is. Stability is about being someone the child can count on emotionally and physically. How do you provide stability in the lives of the kids you care for? Share your thoughts in the comments.